So this is my Onan 4000 generator on my work and play. The good thing is that it's mounted in the front. So by unfastening the bolts and brackets that hold it to that frame, you can manipulate it around. So I've been chasing this intermittent miss, and I had replaced the coil, which requires this almost this much disassembly, except you don't have to remove the flywheel. I put it all back together. See, the flywheel just goes on like that, right? Something like that. Yeah, there you go. So I put it all back together last week, and I still got that intermittent miss. It's a little bit of puh. Adjusted the valves. I did have to put a new carburetor on it, because what happened is the other carburetor, even though it was an original Cummins carburetor, I could not get it cleaned out. And here, this trailer with a 30-gallon tank on it always gets fuel conditioner, and I run it all the time. It's in my backyard, so it doesn't sit for months. The most it would sit for a month maybe before I would start it. On my last trip in October, I had that surge, where the engine starts searching for an idle position. So it's, and all the rods are going back and forth, and this thing is just having a party, just shaking itself to death. Well, after putting it back last week, I still had the intermittent miss. Then I was getting some popping out of the carburetor. A friend of mine, he says it's timing. All right, you cannot adjust the timing on these. There's no timing adjustment. It's 25 degrees before top dead center, right? You can't adjust the timing. But if that key snaps, which at this point, it looks like it did. How? I don't know. But I've read about it. If you look in there, looks like there's a piece of the key still in there. This was a booger getting off, but you know what I did? Some guys say, just beat it with a hammer, use screwdrivers. I did with a guy. I saw a guy, he threaded the holes 5/16, 18, and I used a puller, right? I used a puller. And man, when that thing came off, it flew off. But here we go. That key, I believe, is broken. How it does that, I don't know. But look, it looks tapered, the slot. So I'm going to try to get that piece out and then see what I have, because I believe that the key sheared off, and this flywheel slightly moved, which would take it out of timing. Disassembling this is not as bad as it looks. Few bolts underneath, and you can actually lift the generator out of the pan that it sits in. And then the pan is fastened to this expanded metal. Now, I did cheat a little, and I cut a few pieces out of the metal so that I could get my socket up in there. But there's no strength issue here. It's more for ventilation or something like that. This is really interesting. This has been quite a project. This is my second time disassembling it. When I've invested in a new fuel pump, 3 to 5 pounds, I think it says, and my fuel pressure was good. My valve lash at 0.02 was good. 0.002 was good. Brand new Cummins carburetor, $564. I tried one of the carburetors you can buy on Amazon that people claim work for $30, $50, pick a price. They're junk. I bought one just as a diagnostic tool, and I put it on here before I got the Cummins carburetor, and it ran for about 2 minutes and it flooded. And when it flooded, it locked up the engine because it put so much fuel into that motor, into that cylinder. And looking back, I think that when the engine locked up, could have sheared that pin. Don't know. But it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying this. I'm getting somewhere, and I'll tell you what. We'll see how it goes, and I'll fill you in.